I've always thought that pregnancy is the ideal time to create and dress from a capsule wardrobe. So in order of Mother's Day this weekend, I am going to give you some tips of how you can create a capsule wardrobe if you happen to be pregnant during the spring-summer season. Now, full disclosure, I myself have never been pregnant before, so I approached building this capsule as if I were going to do it for a client. But as is true with many ideas on this channel, some of the best ones have actually come from you. So I asked you what pointers you had specifically when it came to pregnancy wardrobes, and you did not disappoint. So a lot of this capsule is built around the best pointers that I received from your feedback. So let me know in the comments below, what is something that nobody told you about maternity clothing that you wish you had known while you were pregnant? Leave it in the comments below so that we can help somebody out that is currently pregnant. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Fernanda. I'm a capsule wardrobe stylist, and my goal is to help you build a wardrobe that you love, no matter what is going on in your life. So if you're into that, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and give this video a huge thumbs up. Before I show you the clothes, I want to share with you one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I got, one that I actually really agree with. A lot of you said that you wish you had spent a lot more money on maternity clothes than you initially intended to. I know it sounds counterintuitive to want to spend money on clothes that you're only going to be able to wear for a very small period of your life. But having clothes that make you feel your best, look and feel your best, can have an enormous impact on how you feel, your mood, and your overall mental health, especially during a time when your body is going through immense changes. So I really recommend that you set aside some of your pregnancy budget specifically for maternity clothes. Clothes that are going to make you look and feel your best throughout your pregnancy. It doesn't mean that everything you buy has to be brand new. You can buy secondhand, or it can be hand-me-downs for all I know. But make sure that you have a collection of clothing that you're actually excited to wear and that you know how to turn into beautiful outfits. So without further ado, let's talk some clothes. Let's start the way we usually do, with the tops. My first recommendation here is that you get yourself a wrap top. Wrap tops are super bump friendly because they allow for your body to change and the top can still fit you and adjust as your bump grows. Further, one of the pieces of feedback that I got from you guys is that this is great for when you're nursing because it's easy to get your breast out, feed your baby during those first few months after you've given birth. So it's something that you can actually continue to wear. You can choose something with a short sleeve or sleeveless here, whatever fits your wardrobe and wherever you live best, but something that is going to wrap around your torso is really going to be key here. The next thing I recommend you have in your capsule wardrobe is a button-down shirt. This is a great versatile piece because it can be worn as a shirt, it can be dressed up or down to work or to dinner, wherever you want, or as a layer even. Here, I really do recommend that you get yourself a maternity button-down shirt as opposed to just an oversized shirt that fits around your pregnant body. Because the way that this piece fits you is going to have an enormous impact on how it looks and how you feel. And similarly to the wrap top, this is going to be a very nursing friendly piece because during those first few months when your body is still adjusting to its new natural form, you can easily pop the buttons, feed your baby whenever you need to, and continue to wear this piece. Next, I do recommend you include a tank top in your capsule wardrobe. One of the pieces of feedback that I got the most is that pregnancy is a time when your body tends to run really hot. So being able to wear clothing that are going to keep you cool was going to be key. Here for style, what I recommend is that you either find a tank top that is specifically maternity friendly that is going to fit over your bump, or if you just want any kind of tank top, maybe something that you already have, make sure it's something that fits you loosely, that maybe has a little bit of a swing vibe so that you can tie it and adjust it as your bump grows. That will give you a lot more flexibility when it comes to creating outfits that are styled and that have a little bit of an edge. So here I'm giving you two examples of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pick the ones that I would pick, for example, if I were pregnant. So I'm going to include the blue tank top in this capsule. Next, I recommend another blouse with buttons. And here you have a lot of flexibility. It doesn't necessarily need to be another colored shirt. That one I specifically picked because it can work as a layer as well. Here, I'm just looking for something that is going to be nursing friendly when you need it later down the line. So it can be a Henley or just any blouse with buttons, short sleeve, long sleeve, sleeveless, whatever fits you. I have a couple of examples right here. In this case, I would pick the pink one because I particularly like to have my shoulders uncovered. but whatever works for you. And yes, I will have all of the items that I'm showing you in this video linked in a board below for you to check out and shop if you want to. And finally, we are going to pick one top that is a statement piece that is going to be your cute top. This one, I'm not going to worry about whether you can wear it later or whether it's too expensive. No, this is a piece that is really meant to make you feel your best during your pregnancy. And this is a piece that you're going to go to whenever you want to go out to dinner, whenever you need to feel your best. This is going to become that tool for you. Here, I'm showing you 3 different options that would fit this description for different people. If it were me, I think I would go for the green one if I were like a summer, which clearly I'm not, I'm a winter. But I think this is a cute top because the little ruffle detail, like that's something that I personally would gravitate towards. Moving on to the bottoms. Something that I've seen a lot of pregnant people wear lately is midi pencil skirts. And I think, honestly, they look fantastic on people who are pregnant. So I did want to include one of those, especially because since it is going to be spring, summer, having that brace around your leg, I feel like would keep you cooler. It would for me. So here you have some options. You can choose to go with a more neutral piece that is going to pair with all your tops, or if all of your tops are mostly basics, you can choose to go for a statement piece. The key thing here is that you really pick something that is going to fit your personal style. Because remember, what we're going for is making you look and feel your best during your pregnancy. So in this case, I'm gonna go a little bit more neutral to fit the palette that we have going on in this capsule, and I'm gonna pick the pink one. Next up for bottoms, I wanted to recommend a bottom that was your usual casual go-to piece that is still going to make you feel like you. So depending on your personal style, I recommend either a pair of jeans or a pair of leggings. The key thing here is that they cannot be super tight fitting, because a piece of feedback that I got from you is that tight clothing really uncomfortable in pregnancy. I feel really comfortable in jeans and I wear jeans a lot, so I cannot imagine just switching to leggings if my body were going through a pregnancy. I feel like that would make me feel like I'm just in loungewear all of the time, so I would want to include a maternity pair of jeans. But if you're somebody who likes to wear leggings on a regular basis, then pick a really good pair of leggings, high quality, that you can dress up or down. You can go with faux leather, you can go with a color, you can go whatever is cashmere for all I know, whatever is going to make you feel your best. This is your casual dress up, dress down pant in this capsule. Next up in the bottoms, we are going to pick something specifically that is a little dressier, that can be dressed up or down for like offices or special occasions, or just paired with a t-shirt and dressed down significantly, that is really not a denim. Here, I personally would go for a pair of like black cigarette pants or something like that, which wouldn't really fit the color palette of this capsule. So I did find this pair of paperback chinos, which would be phenomenal. The key thing here is that it's something that if you need to dress up, you are going to look phenomenal in. Now, if it's really hot where you are during the spring, summer, you can certainly sub this in for a pair of maternity shorts. Just make sure they're a dressy pair. And finally, for the bottoms category, going with the concept of keeping everything loose and comfortable, we're gonna go for either a wide leg pant or a jogger, whatever fits your personal style better. I personally love these palazzo pants because I'm like, oh yeah, I would love to wear those all around the house. It would be super comfortable and super breezy. But if you're somebody more sporty, perhaps a little bit more classic, I do recommend the jogger instead. So here is what our capsule is looking like so far, with 5 tops and 4 bottoms that I picked. Moving on to the layers. As I mentioned, I did source some feedback from you, and something that you mentioned was that having layers that were easy to take on and off was key to adjust for those temperature changes when you're pregnant. So a cardigan was going to be a must. I did want to go for something that was a little more cozy, perhaps a little chunkier than just a short cardigan, so that you could easily tie that around your bump, because one of the comments that I got was that it's hard to keep the bottom of the bump in the right temperature, like it's either too cold or too hot. So I wanted something that you could wrap around yourself if you needed to. I personally like the lavender smaller knit better because I just feel like it's a little more elegant than the chunkier knit. And next for the layers, you have an option. Here, depending on your lifestyle and what you need to do during your pregnancy, you're either gonna go for either a fun layer or a more professional layer. So to give you an example of where my mind is at, I'm thinking either like a kimono type, something that you can just throw on that is going to totally make an outfit, Or perhaps it could be a blazer, something that you could wear to a meeting and look a little bit more put together without having to wear the entire business casual outfit if you need to. So in my lifestyle, I actually wear casual clothes the majority of the time, so I would go for something like the kimono more so. But you pick whatever is going to be the best layer for you. And the final layer is going to be a casual jacket. Now here you can go for a regular maternity jacket, like a denim jacket, or perhaps just in a soft color that is going to be a casual piece that mixes in with all of your other items in your capsule. Or it can be like a regular jacket that you already have in your wardrobe that you can easily throw on your body and will keep you warm. Here I did want something a little bit more casual because I had a feeling that you would get a lot more wear out of it if it was a casual piece than an elegant piece. But you have to know your lifestyle. Moving on to shoes. I usually only include 2 pairs of shoes in a capsule wardrobe. And the beauty about shoes is that they don't necessarily need to be maternity specific shoes, but they do need to be a pair of shoes that is going to be maternity friendly for those later months. One of the pieces of feedback that I got the most was that towards the end of your pregnancy, bending down to touch your feet, tie your shoes, all of those things was nearly impossible or impossible, period. So I really recommend that you get yourself a great pair of slides or mules. Shoes that essentially you can just pop in very easily, but make sure they're a little bit dressier so that you can dress them up or down, that you can wear them to the office, but still feel and look put together. And remember, this is something that you can continue to wear later. So pick something that is really going to work with the color palette in your wardrobe that will work with your wardrobe and taste at large. And a specific note about the shoes during your pregnancy is that the sole actually needs to be cushioned and they do need to support you because you're carrying a lot more weight than you usually do. So make sure you look for a shoe that has a very cushioned sole. In this case, these I believe are from Birdies, but Vivaya would be great as well. Look for something with a proper sole and quote me on that. And finally, for shoes, I wanted to include something that could also slide on, but that was a little bit more casual, like a nod to a sneaker. So in this case, I have these slide sneakers from Rothy's, which would be fantastic. You can just use a shoehorn and step into them essentially, but pick something that is going to fit your style. It can be a flat, it can be a loafer. Casual is what we're going for, and something that you can continue to wear after your pregnancy. And finally, for your special item, I am going to recommend a one-piece outfit. So a jumpsuit, a romper, a dress, whatever that is for you that is going to fit your personal style. Now here, the reason why I'm only recommending one of these types is because this is something that you really cannot continue to wear as you're not pregnant anymore. So make sure that you pick something that is great, that you can dress up or down, and that really matches your personal style. And if you can, ideally, I would recommend something that will be nursing friendly during those first few months after your baby is born. So anything that's off the shoulder, has buttons, or is perhaps a wrap top, anything like that would be ideal. So here I did pull some options for you, which I'm sure one of these is going to appeal more than the others to you, depending on your personal style. For somebody like myself, I would personally go for the jumpsuit all the way to the right. So I did include that in the capsule wardrobe. But make sure this is your star piece, something that you absolutely love. And just so that you can take a look at the entire collection, here is the entire capsule with the pieces that we selected. And something that I do want you to notice is that a lot of the pieces in this capsule are wardrobe basics, and that was intentional for a couple of reasons. First of all, wardrobe basics are the easiest to mix and match, and also they have a lot more resale value in the event that your clothes still have a little bit of life left over at the end of your pregnancy. Or if you want to wear them again, if you're pregnant again in a few years, they won't look dated or like they were of a specific period of time. But what is important to note about basics is that making basics look into phenomenal outfits really requires a little bit of styling. And that was one of the pieces of feedback that I got the most from you. You said that it was very important to continue to accessorize and to make yourself look as put together as you did before you were pregnant. And remember that styling doesn't always necessarily mean adding jewelry, adding makeup, lipstick, all of these things. In fact, there's a bunch of ways to add a little bit of interest to your outfit and to continue to add those points of interest without you necessarily looking like a Christmas tree. So if you want to learn some tips and tricks in styling, I highly recommend you check out this video next. Here I give you some pointers of how to bring your outfit from drab to fab in just a few seconds.